I wanted to go over 6 options for you if you're interested in saving some money, as well as a 7th bonus option for saving money on the Sawyer Squeeze, which is really popular, but it can be fairly pricey, especially when you compare it to the Sawyer Mini. So the first bit of gear that I think you should definitely check out are these Bluecell titanium shepherd hook tent stakes. I call them titanium knockoffs because they're not made or manufactured by any one quality. I'm fairly certain to be manufactured in China, but they're very light and they've worked really well for me. So it's something I carry all the time. I just carry 6 of these, and it makes it more susceptible because it's so thin to bending. And it's super rocky soil, it may have a difficult time, but overall, most of the soil that I'm setting up camp in, these are more than fine. Another piece of material you should definitely check out is Reflectix. I know a lot of people use this for making their pot koozies, kind of either saving gas from their canister stove, so that way it kind of continues cooking, reflects a lot of that heat back. Some people use this in their hammocks to kind of lay on. It reflects a lot of that heat, so you don't have to worry about kind of cooling off a whole lot. Some people make sit pads out of these. They're just handy to have. And this is just one piece cover of a koozie that I had laying around. I can't actually find the koozie, but you can buy a roll of Reflectix relatively cheaply. It's one of those items that has multiple uses, and it's just kind of nice to have in your overall kit. So Reflectix. There are 2 brands of batteries that I have typically. One is Anchor, that works really well. Another is Rav Power. This one is a 5200 milliamp hour battery. It usually lasts me about 2 full charges on my iPhone 7, and it's one of those things I don't leave home without, because most of the trips you guys have seen have been filmed kind of by a phone that's been recharged by this, and that's all I really need. Lightweight, fantastic, best of all, it's cheap. A bit of clothing that I think people are sleeping on, it's kind of underrated, are the Russell brand clothes from Walmart. And this is the Russell Dry Fit. I kind of started getting these because I wanted kind of cheap running clothes, and I decided that, hey, this kind of works perfectly well for backpacking. It wicks a lot of the moisture away. It stinks compared to like wool or another awesome base layer that costs a lot more. But I think this shirt cost me $10 maybe from Walmart. They have it online. I hopefully will link it down below as well. But it's just a fantastic brand, and if you're looking for something cheap, this is the way to go. Now, this is not necessarily a piece of gear that you buy, but it's the DIY alcohol stove, and it's fantastic for what it is. I think the can of potted meat cost me maybe $1 maybe. But you guys have seen me make it before. All you need is a hole punch and 2 rows of holes, some denatured alcohol, and I usually use mine from the paint aisle in Walmart. It's paint thinner pretty much, but it's denatured alcohol. Or you can use the heat in the yellow bottle. It's really light, so this is what, 0.1 ounces, and there you have a stove that costs you relatively next to nothing. I don't think there's a way to get a cheaper stove than this one. And of course, most everyone knows about this, but I still get questions, people asking, what do you think is a great budget option if you're just going to be down in the 50s, let's say a summer quilt of some kind? I always recommend the Costco or the Double Black Diamond is one of the brand names of this quilt. And it's fantastic because it's filled with down. It's $20. Costco, you can get it at the website as well. I actually picked up 3 of these for my kids for summer camping. It's lightweight, I think 16 ounces in its stuff sack, and my kids have enjoyed them, and they've been warming them down to the 50s. I've known some people who can push these down to the 40s with the right sleep layering system. For me, that'd be a little bit more uncomfortable. So I'd say the summer camping, it's hard to go wrong with this quilt. Now, finally, to that savings of money on the Sawyer Squeeze. Most people, when they buy these, the thing they complain about the most is probably the cost and the weight. And so the weight is pretty negligible to me, especially for the faster flow rate on the Sawyer Squeeze. But the cost, I think if you look online at Amazon, typically a lot of people will see that it costs maybe $34, $35. Something to consider if you don't need the water bags or any a bunch of accessories. Make sure on Amazon that you click, and this is the tip right here, make sure you click on the faucet adapter version. You don't get any bags, you don't get any fancy sports nozzle or anything like that, but you still get the Sawyer Squeeze, and it costs $22 right now. I think I picked mine up for $20. And so if you look at the Sawyer Squeeze for $20, and you can get the Sawyer Mini for about $20 as well, I would pick the Squeeze every time. So that's one way you can go ahead and save some money. Still get the Sawyer Squeeze, get the one with the faster flow rate. If you're tracking on Amazon, an excellent website that I think you should always use is camel.com. And you copy and paste an Amazon link in there, and you can actually track prices. You can see price history of how things have sold over the course of a year, and you can know when is the best time to buy an item, as well as when you're getting the best possible deal that it's ever been on Amazon. So hopefully this video was helpful to you and you found something of value in it. If you did, go ahead and comment down below and tell me what your favorite one was, as well as what your favorite piece of gear that should be added to this list. I know a lot of people read the comments down below, and it'd help them out if you let them know what your favorite kind of cheap piece of gear is. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.